Paigey Cakey, a raper of Polar London, was 18 while she at first begun to note her wool was declining of. She utilized ink to lid up an always growing hairless patching on the law party of her chief, inflicted by thrust baldness. At school, the 25-year-old wore especially tightly hairstyles and utilized powerful gel that she says put inappropriate blood pressure on the wool follicles. Recent November, following year of cover up the patching, she underwent a wool replant. I felt sensitive but now I sense authorized, she says. She admits she was lied to herself on her wool losing and was hard to fit in community by concealment the hairless bits. I was with very powerful gels how were love specific on my wool. I was in school so you wish to see nice. End of Instagram position by Miss Paigey Cakey. Thrust baldness can be inflicted while the wool is stretched too tight by hairstyles love maze rows, extensions, dreadlocks or though ponytails that are extended. It can be done worst while utilized in wool rectification chemical substances. It is more than frequently skilled by female of East Hindu or Afro-Caribbean descent and the wool losing depends on the way the wool is creature stretched. Initially, Paigey chose to disregard which was event but later had to conceal it each day while she implemented it wasn't increasing behind. Not one knew how she had hairless patches as she'd use layers of ink and gel to color it in, reapplying at each prospect. I ever had to do certainly I had at low 2 mascaras since if I lose I'd requirement else down there and later. In November, Paigey went via in a wool replant, and show the degree of her wool losing on her YouTube canal. She passing to Turkey, wherever the order is usually more profitable rather than the UK, to include 3,400 wool follicles replaced in sections of her chief. Wool transplants aren't normally accessible on the NHS, and can price whatever among £1,000 and £30,000. Paigey says the replant himself was smooth, but says the injections to dazed components of her chief were the lowest ache she's always skilled. Once next the order, she minds she'd done a enormous error as she describes her chief to messence to 2 times the amount and creature coated in bloodstream dots. I wondered which I'd made. But as the weeks progressed, I begun to sense a lot superior and I could see the wool upcoming via. She says her wool losing has inflicted her to overestimate how she perceives picture, proverb she had the stigmatization in her chief how wool is beautiful. Beautiful is yours within, he's yours identity and which shines of under.